Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the TFG Indian Football Podcast. My name is Nikhil and yes, Siju is not keeping well, so I'll be covering up for her. I have with me Kevin and I have with me Chiranjit on Skype. Okay, so there might be some quality issues. Just bear with us. It's a new day. It's a new start. Alive with the beating of young heart. Anyways, bad one that was. So, moving on, we'll be reviewing the week that has gone. I-League has started, and yes, East Bengal as well played with 12 men. Mohun Bagan played with 10. So, we'll review the week that has gone by. Oja, how are you?
I'm good. 3 points.
Kevin, how are you?
Not bad.
Okay. Are you as well fan?
No, I'm still trying to pick up a team to support.
Okay. So let's start with East Bengal versus Azwal. Dramatic game. You know, before the match, Khalid Jamil said that 3 points are very good, but 1 point is also good, and he managed to get that.
Yeah. Well, if you remember last season, Aizawl FC were playing their first game of the league campaign in Barasat as well. It was against Mohun Bagan. There also they scored a goal.
Yeah.
And that was also one that came through an own goal. So, good start, I think. Like, history is already repeating.
But it was an own goal by East Bengal. Gurvinder Singh.
Yeah. Last season, the same thing. Like a Mohun Bagan player scored an own goal to start things off. So, Gurvinder Singh, I feel bad for him. Didn't get much time in ISL this time, and he comes back and scores
an own goal. But the stadium atmosphere was very good. There were a lot of East Bengal supporters out there, which is a usual case. But how do you, Chiranjit? How do you make this past week in terms of supporters that have come out?
Good. So far, so good. I mean, obviously, Barasat is going to be filled every time East Bengal or Mohun Bagan play. Right? We saw like 10,000 odd crowd in Bengaluru, and Kantirava for the league opener against Shillong Lajong. The only disappointment I think we had was at Chennai, but then again, it's to be expected. New club, didn't have much time and some issues with the venue as well. So that they suffered on that front. But again, this is the very first game, so we'll have to see how things pan out for them.
Okay, Kevin, your thoughts on East Bengal versus Aizawl? How was Jayesh Rane, by the way?
Jayesh Rane was given a responsibility of taking a free kicks, which was really surprising for me. But it's a planned move. And the only team that came up with a strategy for the game was Aizawl. They knew what they were supposed to do, and playing defensive is really not easy. So they were told that 1 point might be just good enough for them, but it didn't.
Especially on paper when East Bengal looks as such a formidable team.
It was looking as a one-sided affair right from the start, but East Bengal kept pressing right from the beginning, and Aizawl contained them well. So it's not that they were on the back foot. They came in for that Aizawl. And they relied on counter-attacks. And East Bengal expected it's a fresh team. It's not really played for too long together. And they'll find their feet.
Okay.
So just a couple of games maybe, and then after you see the real East Bengal coming into the picture.
Okay. Oja, your thoughts on Bengaluru FC versus Shillong Lajong? 3-0. Udanta Singh brace.
Udanta Singh brace, obviously, brace for impact because Bengaluru FC are completely on song this time. Yeah, they came in. I said in the preview that Shillong Lajong, they got their players back like 2 weeks back, and first time this particular group of players were playing in a very long time because their Shillong Premier League campaign was mostly with their academy kids. Most of these players were away playing ISL. So they didn't have enough time, but again at that same time Bengaluru FC were playing AFC Cup, all their players were together. It was just a bit of a continuation for them, not anything new. So the teams were completely of different levels. Obviously Bengaluru FC is geared towards Asia. They're gonna play in ACL, and Shillong Lajong will basically try to get top 5 finish in I-League. So it was very apparent from the beginning. And although Shillong Lajong were very feisty, From the very beginning, they tried to contain BFC. They were challenging for every ball. They were, running around. So it was a spirited performance from them. But then again, it was those few moments that came through. Same as it's the new Albert Roca branded game that Bengaluru FC play. Don't assert yourself too much when you don't need to. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and there will be these moments where maybe an individual effort can capitalize on that thing. So that's what we saw Udanta doing. That second goal he scored was crazy. Already a goal of the season contender. That freaking cross from the right, he went in and just that first touch left footer straight into the net. Not many things you can do when somebody plays like that. So. It's just the beginning. Expect Bengaluru FC to get better as the season goes on and they get their fourth foreigner and everything falls into place. Shillong Lajong, once again, they just need to work this out. I mean, Dipanda wasn't even playing since the start. Fabio wasn't in full form. Ignat impressed. Bipin Singh tried, but then again, you could see that this is a team that has had a short pre-season and wasn't yet ready for the big deal.
Okay, so when we look at Bengaluru FC, it is such a formidable side, and other than Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, no other team seems to at least match at some level to Bengaluru FC. Do you think it's an easy run for them?
No. Bengaluru FC will face. I'll tell you who will be their big roadblocks this time. I can see Mumbai FC giving them some tough time, especially at Coopage. Aizawl FC, they put up a good fight against them before, and they even beat them twice in the Federation Cup. So that will come through. East Bengal, Mohun Bagan are always there. They haven't managed to beat Mohun Bagan since 2014. I think we've been more than 1,000 or 500 days. I think 1,000 days plus that they have gone without beating Mohun Bagan.
Okay.
So that will be there. And
you're
even
counting.
DSK Shivaji. I'm counting. This is, I think, if I'm not wrong, this is 1,009 days.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure they'll play before the 11th March because the first February wala game is not a sure thing. It might get moved back to April. So. They will be, and DSK Shivajians. Okay, I'm sure we'll talk about them, but let's save it for that session because I'm actually very excited about
it. Let me ask you this question, Ocha. That from past few years we have been seeing that the title race is always between Bengaluru FC, Mohun Bagan, and East Bengal. Okay, then there is a different league altogether which is running to save from relegation. Do you think there is a huge disparity in IDing?
There's a diversity in IL. Okay. Where in a real league you have teams that are coming in with different financial situations, with different abilities, with different qualities, different class, and different histories. Everything has to be diverse in a real league. It can't be like ISL where everybody has money, everybody looks the same, feels the same. All the stadiums are similar. All the design is similar. And you just have a homogeneous experience. This is a real league. We're gonna have teams that have different objectives here. We have, we're gonna have Chennai City who will just try to put on something for sure. We're gonna have Minerva who are just trying to establish a region back into the league. We're gonna have Shillong Lajong trying to be top 5. We're gonna have Mumbai trying to be top 3. So it's not gonna be the same.
Okay.
But again, it's not a sure thing because we see upsets every season in I-League. And that's what makes those results so special because there's a club with a 20 crore budget being stopped by a club with 3 crore budget. So that's what makes this a real thing, a flesh and blood competition.
Okay. Kevin, your thoughts on Bengaluru FC versus Shillong?
Shillong made a big statement by fielding almost 8 to 9 under 22 players.
Okay.
And that too against Bengaluru, side that really has troubled everybody. So I don't know if...
Who are the title contenders?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that was the right move for the first match of the season because that can really hurt your youngsters. playing against a big side. Okay, yes, there is a motivation. Okay, we are playing the champions. What if we get a good result from this? But on the other side, if you see, Bengaluru FC did struggle at the beginning. So it wasn't an easy ride for them right from the start of the game. So they took a while to get settled. You could see the passes were not connecting, and what went on through Shillong that time was, okay, we can contain them for the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I think we can just get a draw out of this. But once Bengaluru were settled into the game, there was no stopping them.
Okay.
And Udanta Singh was awesome. That goal from Ralte, a screamer.
Yeah, totally.
I think we already have a couple of goals in the first weekend to be called as one of the contenders
goal
for
of the
goal
season. Yeah.
An awesome just time that we've seen, and Shillong maybe they might continue with the same squad, and that will just help them grow together.
Okay.
So let's not hope that they make any drastic moves. Trying to change all of the starting 11 that they fielded in the first game, because that is just going to hurt them in the long run.
Okay. So moving on to the Sunday's game, Ojha, Chennai City versus Minerva Punjab. The fight of debutants, but Chennai City has a different problem of their own.
Yeah, of course. They came in. I think they had to wait a long time for the jerseys to come through, and till the last day, the evening before the match, they were scrambling around trying to get the venue approved. So they may not play in that venue anymore going forward. The venues were a very big theme in the opening weekend. Mohan Bagan, of course, like the match being shifted from Ravindra Sarovar to Barasat, which I don't think anybody minds at this point. But Chennai City, this is an issue. They are selling tickets of $25 a piece, and a rent of a 4 lakh per game is, it seems a bit high for them. And just look at the condition of the venue. I mean, I think that's the bigger concern that should be there here. Like bald patches in the pitch. Like, kya hota hai? Like these guys. Whatever the Tamil Nadu Sports Association or whoever who owns that stadium, do they only maintain it from ISL to ISL? Like, what kind of professionalism is this? I am pretty sure, I am willing to bet my life on it, that they did not water the pitch even once after Chennai FC's last ISL game happened on that pitch.
Okay.
Okay. So, you are charging 4 lakhs per game for a pitch that's not even prepared.
Yeah.
Why didn't you? If you're gonna like say, okay, yeah, we have big facilities and we're gonna charge premium price for it, why don't you maintain the pitch?
But then why did Rohit Ramesh came out and said that I'm still standing tall and I want game to happen at the stadium? Why didn't he change the venue?
Because it's hard to get a stadium in the vicinity. Where is a proper stadium where you can hold an I-League game? There are not many options in Chennai. Okay, there is that SDAT ground which is under government control. It's going to be pretty hard for them to get a permission to play there. It's like a 5,000-10,000 capacity ground, but again, it's usually not available for a club that is a private entity to come and use it for their own matches. So I don't think Rohit has too many options at this point. He might have to play in the stadium itself. But look at this. The pitch is I was scared for somebody to get
badly hurt,
a major injury. Yeah. How can you play on a pitch like that? And how can you, like, with a straight face, charge so much money for a pitch that is not even maintained? So it's a egg on everybody's face, I think, involved, and whoever is in charge of maintaining that stadium should be ashamed of themselves. This is complete unprofessionalism for them as well as for Chennai City FC, because they knew that they were coming into the picture some few weeks ago at least, right? Early December they got to know. So if that was the case, then they should have started communicating with the stadium
authorities.
Authorities immediately and told them, please keep the pitch ready for us. We will be needing this. And also start the negotiation right there and not left it till the last moment. That is completely uncalled for. So I hope this ends up as a learning experience for everybody, and they move on. And the next few games we see better facilities, better arrangement, better pitch, and everything else.
This has been a problem that we have been seeing that in terms of Indian football. Now, Chennai FC draw around 20 to 25,000 crowd, okay? And we saw what was there yesterday. What do you make of this? I mean, Chennai guys, what's wrong with you? It's a football match. Your lads are playing over there. You need to go and support them.
No, there was no proper marketing campaign for I-League, was there? In ISL you saw newspaper advertisements, the big television commercials across channels. So everybody knew ISL was coming. But I-League, I don't think that tiny ad they play on 10 network every once in a while. Other than that, there has not been any kind of a hype up kind of a commercial for them, and there has not been a single newspaper ad. I don't think the television channels have been talking about it. And whatever coverage the Chennai City got before the debut match, I think it was how they were in shambles. So many things were not in order. It was negative coverage. So it's not a big draw in those terms. So I think it will be better if they have a 7 p.m. kickoff. I think it will be a little bit better if they can sell the tickets a week earlier rather than just opening sales a couple of days before because the venue was completely unsure. So if those things happen, it will slowly start growing, because see, this is not a hype machine like ISL where you spend so much upfront just to get a good response on the very first day. We're not bringing in any celebrities, or Rajinikanth is not coming to wave at the fans at halftime. So it's not going to be the same way. The real organic growth happens slowly. The kind of growth we have seen overall in I-League over the last few seasons. Every season, the average attendance goes up by 1,000 or something. So now if we are getting a 9,000 average throughout the season, next season if it becomes 10,000, then it becomes 11,000. This is the growth that does not go away. Okay, this is the growth that
organic
does not
growth.
turn on your these are gonna be long-term fans. They're not just gonna turn their back on you just because the team has not been playing badly for a few games.
Or there is no celebrities.
Or there is no celebrities. As is so often the case with certain ISL franchises, even Chennai in FC. Few bad games and suddenly the numbers go down below 10,000. So all these things come into play, and I keep saying this. One game, one season, nothing. It has to be a 10-year, 15-year, 20-year plan. And I hope Chennai City are
doesn't get disheartened because of this.
They need to be ready for this 20-year, 30-year kind of a planning period, because nothing will happen in less time. Okay, ISL chased profitability within 5 years, and they are completely in disarray over that.
Totally.
They're not going to be profitable in 5 years. No football venture is going to be that in India. It's a much longer ride than that.
Okay. Kevin, your thoughts on the game? How was the game? Was it a dull, boring draw?
It wasn't boring because you don't expect too much from two new teams coming in. Dhanpal Ganesh really stood out for Chennai City there. He really showed his experience and a good signing for them. Karanjit in the goal, deservingly getting the Hero of the Match award, and he was good at the goal. And not really too many fluid attacks by both teams. A couple of chances to Amiri, the foreigner there, and he couldn't keep the ball at his feet. That could be a problem with probably the pitch. You can point it out on the pitch. That pitch wasn't in the greatest, and also could be that he was not being expected the ball to be played so well. There was some good shining moves by both teams, but all in all, not something to be taken as positives for the coming matches.
But
they will.
But as a debutant, which team stood out for you?
Chennai City was good enough.
Oh, is it? Okay. So,
I liked Minerva Punjab. I really liked the way they were moving. You could see that whenever they were pressing forward.
Which team?
There was an entire Minerva Punjab.
Okay.
Okay, whenever they were moving up, you could see that there was a wall of midfielders that was running in tandem. So the formation was there and they were not breaking it. And the periods of pressure that we saw, like legitimate periods of pressure, they came from Minerva Punjab. Early on in the game, you could see that team actually at least has some coordination with each other. Whereas Chennai City, obviously just assembled and within a few days they're playing a match. That kind of combination wasn't there. For them, it was either Tank or Charles or Amiri making individual efforts in the final third. So Minerva Punjab, it looks interesting for them. Maybe going forward, they will, just be the giant killers of the season. I mean, I'm saying too much here, but yeah, they have the masala there.
Okay, different picks for different pundits. Moving on to the 7 p.m. match. Mumbai FC took on the Mahaderby. Mumbai FC took on DSK Shivaji and Mohan Bagan took on Churchill Brothers. Oja, you were following up the Mohan Bagan match. Kevin, you were following the Mumbai FC match. So we'll start with Kevin first.
Mumbai FC, no foreigners in the squad.
Yes, all Indian squad, man.
And they did manage to just upset DSK's game because DSK started off with a pacey forward line, and Mumbai couldn't control the pace that DSK brought in the game, and a few good saves from the keeper there. Katimani, good signing, and he really stood out in the punches that he brought out. And Mumbai took a while to just settle in the game, and once they were in the game, then you could see the wings coming in, Stephen Dias coming into the picture. You could see the flanks moving up and down, and that's where
Toysing.
Against the run of play, Toysing, that goal really came out of nowhere. No, nobody was expecting a goal to be coming out of a debutant and at that speed, because DSK was upping the pressure all the while, and that was just the hit that Mumbai required at that moment to put down DSK for some time, and that was again not DSK didn't take that to their heart. They kept pressing, they kept coming again and again, and Mumbai kept the game very composed. They didn't really go too harsh on the tackles. They let DSK come to them, and that was good gameplay from Mumbai.
In fact, the referee decisions were not also in favor of Mumbai, so that kind of hurted them. But in second half, Mumbai looked very promising.
Mumbai started off better, and DSK again, they have that quality in them to hit Mumbai, but Mumbai in the second half was really dominating.
What stood out for me was, usually when you look at Mumbai FC in past all these years, whenever they score a goal, they used to go very defensive. Yesterday that was not the case, and it is because of the change of coach.
It is. Santosh Kashyap has already made his flags flying that it will be attacking football right from the start, and we did see that. Okay, we can just keep that start of the game aside. Leaving that, Mumbai was on the attack, slow, composed attack. I wouldn't say it's all blasting from all sides. Yeah, but they knew what they want to achieve from this from the first game of the season.
Okay,
and a win at home really calms everybody's nerves.
I was at the game, and during the post-match press conference, Santosh Kashyap came out and said, okay, this is the 10% of what I actually want to achieve, and he gave a bit of a explanation. You can listen to it right now.
Always play for win. Simple. Football is all about winning. Professional football always is winning. I remind many times I'll play attacking football, attractive and effective, and this is just 10%. We will see in future, we'll play better football. I get 3 days only, to be honest, to work on, only with Indian players. I think they did the job for the team and for themselves and for me, I believe. So fantastic victory. और क्या चाहिए coach को, like first win.
Okay, there you go. 10% of what he wants to achieve, and in fact that will really go up once the foreigners come into picture. By next week he's saying that we might sign few foreigners. That will be a good thing for Mumbai FC.
It will be because if the Indians in the squad can connect so well in the first game, you can only expect something to be added on to the quality that's already there in the squad.
What went missing with DSK? I know Quero was not firing up, but still the whole team play. I mean, they used to come. They were towards the box. They used to attack, and then in the box it used to all fail out.
The final third was a problem for DSK.
Okay.
They did everything right till they reached the box. So some tries were from distances. Some they didn't come very close to Mumbai's goal. All the tries were actually a long range of efforts. So I think that is one of the positives that they should be looking at, that they have the power to score long range goals, and maybe a penetrative or a wing play can get them even closer to the opponent's goal.
Okay. Oja, did you manage to check any highlights here?
Yeah, a little bit. I really liked the way Mumbai FC were just, it looked like the team has been there for a while, and we heard him talking before the match and about the little changes he makes at the club, and he's trying to get things done. It's these things sort of make a big difference. For the GPS chip that he talked about, that gives you that's a very instrumental tool in improving a player's fitness and stamina. And the ice bath, having it there, that thing can just completely change the injury situation in the team. Okay, you just pick up a hurt and you just go in there and you sit in the ice bath. That initial treatment that it brings, it can really heal a lot going forward, and something that could be bad may just become a non-issue. So that thing, you could see that he was weaving his philosophy into the team as well. I just saw like a 6-7 minute highlight clip, so I won't say too much. But I'm actually a bit disappointed at what he said, that we might sign some foreigners. I thought he was going to bring back the Swadeshi movement in I-League and just go all in with all Indians. The next Mumbai Indians. And,
that was a bad one. Okay, but still.
But seriously, all the best to them. But as I said, DSK Shivajians, I think they have something in there. Okay, DSK Shivajians, because it has a lot of players that I'm really excited about. Juan Quero, obviously proven talent. I'm not talking about the established foreigners. Even Kim Song-yong, if we saw him at Bengaluru FC, but it's it was the top division debuts of Lalrinzuala Changte and Jerry Maumik.
Jerry, yeah.
Okay. So these are very interesting players. It was the first official club game of Jerry Lalrinzuala. It was his first official game, and he came in, and you could see this both the substitutions early in the second half. Sumit Pasi and Jerry Lalrinzuala, both
combining well.
Interesting players.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting players. Like you have some of the best, late teen or early 20 players in the country are all playing for DSK Shivajians.
Okay, yeah, true.
So it's a good thing that all of this is coming out of some of it is coming out of the Liverpool DSK Academy. Some of it is coming out of the whatever signings they're making, but this is a team that's betting on Indian youth. Okay. Same as Shillong Lajong, same as Bengaluru FC and Minerva as well.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing. So all these teams, and especially DSK, if they do well in the long term, it's good for Indian football. I want to see them do well. I want to see them fell a few gigantic teams. And by gigantic teams, I mean Bengaluru FC and East Bengal, not. Mohan Bagan is an exception here. So
they're not gigantic.
No, they are gigantic, but I don't want Shivajians to do well against Mohan Bagan. But either way, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, especially matches like DSK Shivajians versus Aizawl FC or Shillong Lajong. It will be like the best kind of display of Indian youth football that you can see anywhere on television. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay.
DSK Shivajians, some upsets going down the line, and a good place.
Okay.
Nowhere near the bottom. Maybe the 5th or 4th or 6th.
Okay. Too early to say that. So moving on to the last match, Mohan Bagan versus Churchill Brothers. My question to you, Oja, let's start off with, is Rabindra Sarovar out of question now? Are they playing at Barasat?
Not really. Not really. Okay, so the news is that we are. This is just afternoon right now, and we're recording. So today there is a hearing at the court with the tribunal. So what? See, the thing is that the Rabindra Sarovar is not really the first and foremost the most happiest choice for Mohan Bagan officials at all. Okay, Barasat costs much less. There are temporary floodlights in Rabindra Sarovar that cost a shit ton of money. And I was talking to people at the club, and they said, like, if we save that money, we can make a couple of dressing rooms in the Mohan Bagan ground, and by next season that will be ready for I-League matches. Okay. So you can see that the kind of investment they are willing to put into Rabindra Sarovar just to play there, because they have AFC Cup games. And they want to play the AFC Cup games in the city and not go to Guwahati or anywhere far off just to be able to play that. So that's why they are so adamant on getting Rabindra Sarovar done. And the problem that happened last time was the timing of their application. They did not apply for the clearance in time. So
that has always been the case with Bagan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be done. I think it's going to happen, today, tomorrow, or whatever they're going to do. The thing that they do, and even if the Friday's game, which is against Shillong Lajong, even if they play that at Barasat, they will play the rest of the home games at Rabindra Sarovar.
Okay, what do you make of the game?
Yeah, the game. So you could see some interesting things cooking there. One thing that sort of stood out from the very beginning was the pace. Once again, you could see that Churchill Brothers, who had started all Indians, by the way, another contender against Mumbai FC for the Desi movement. They were there to prove some point. Brandon Fernandez especially. Brandon was there, Clifford Miranda was there, Rovilson and Keenan Almeida. So many actually, were a part of Mohan Bagan in the past.
Yeah.
They were just coming back and trying to prove a point against their former club. So it was a good contest in the first half, although the goal came and Balwant Singh scored. It looked good. Churchill Brothers are not to be toyed with, and if they just get 3-4 good foreign signings, there may be something there. So you could. The problem with both teams was it was happening in the final third, right? Mohan Bagan were making those attacks, especially through the flanks. Kane Lewis was making some good runs, sending crosses. So same with Katsumi. They were changing flanks as well. So that was happening. But in the final third, inside the box, finishing was completely off. Okay, and Daryl Duffy, I have a beef with this guy right now. Like, you have to be little selfish, right? You have the ball. You have the ball at the edge of the box, and why are you not pulling the trigger? It's like he's a bit scared to shoot at goal. He's looking for passes. He's like I don't know, Mesut Ozil ka bhoot aa gaya or something. But he's trying to assist. Why are you trying to pass inside the box? Just try to see it.
Yeah.
Try to get it.
And he's a seasoned striker. I mean, he has done this in the past so many times.
He is. I don't know if he was told that you're playing in a bit of a withdrawn role, because we saw him coming back to the midfield and tackling midfielders to regain the possession. So maybe he was told, like, thoda piche khelna bhai. But again, like, why do you have him if you don't want him to score?
Yeah.
Is it because I don't know. This may be another crazy thing that Sanjay Sen is thinking of, and some people are already floating the idea that we have two strikers in JJ and Balwant Singh, and then maybe you can play Duffy in an attacking midfielder position. But I don't think he really likes that. Okay. I don't think he wants to play that deep. I think he wants to go out there, be pressure free, and try to shoot. Something
That's
was
his natural game.
Yeah, something
That's
was
what he did in
Salgaonkar. Yeah, he was not playing with an open heart last night.
Okay.
And I hope they sort this out, because this did not look good. But seriously, Pritam Kotal looked so good. Those overlaps. amazing. The guy is just gaining, his quality further ever since he came out and made it to the national team. And Anas Siddharthodika, could be one of the signings of the season.
Yeah. He has always been a player to look out for.
Yeah, proper defender. He was the best defender on the pitch last night, and it really gave Brandon and Surchandra really tough time. He gave him. He was always on their case and making sure there was not much pressure on Devjit. So all that was the defense looked good for Mohan Bagan. Even Churchill brothers were good defensively. They easily could have been 3-4 goals had they not been had they not kept their shape at the back.
Okay.
So
all in all, a good game.
All in all, enjoyable game.
Okay.
There were bad moments when Subhasis Bose got that
red card, second yellow
card, and and suddenly Mohan Bagan had to switch to a defensive stance just to grind out those 3 points. But other than that, it looked good.
Okay.
And the moment of the match came afterwards. Okay, Balwant Singh was walking out like he's been injured for so long. He picked up the injury during last season. He missed the Calcutta Football League. He's playing his first game after so many months, and all this time he has been just toiling away in the rehab with the Mohan Bagan physical trainer, Miranda Garcia. So after the game, he was walking out, and Garcia came in, and they hugged, and they had tears in their eyes.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
It was a very touching moment. I'm so happy he's back. I'm so happy he's scoring again, and this particular man, Garcia, he's a club legend. He can never get enough credit for the work he does at the club.
Yeah.
And I hope he I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Osha can go on and on if he starts speaking about Mohan Bagan, but we have time limitations, obviously, and we'll need to wrap this up. This was the weekend review of all the games. It was good for Mumbai FC, Bengaluru FC and Mohan Bagan. East Bengal look a bit scratchy, but I think it's a long season and they'll come along. Minerva, Chennai City needs to tighten up their socks and go ahead with the season. You can read all about Indian football on thefangarage.com. You can follow us on Twitter at thefangarage, also on the football dedicated Twitter handle TFG Football. You can follow us on Facebook at thefangarage. You can listen to our podcast on Indusworks Media, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, iTunes and YouTube. You can subscribe to us. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Our podcasts bring all the boys to the yard, and damn right, they're better than yours. But you don't need to stand outside in the yard. Just follow IVM Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We might be on Tinder too. Just go ahead and swipe right.